Y'all listen, we have got to talk about the Resident Evil 4 remake. Yo, what's good? It's Miss Dora. And man, listen, Capcom was just not having it where Konami came out and had their own showcase recently where they announced, I think, like 5 brand spanking new Silent Hill projects, basically giving us the revival of Silent Hill. And Capcom was like, all right, bet, we'll have our own showcase, get the people and the gamers talking about Resident Evil. And while everything in the Silent Hill showcase was dope and all of it brand spanking new, everything in the RE showcase was stuff we already knew about, you know what I'm saying? However, what we were shown specifically regarding like Resident Evil 4 Remake was so good, I had to come up on here and make my own video about it, you know, kind of digesting some of it slowly, giving some extended thoughts on it, and just kind of taking it all in again. So without further ado, let's take a deeper look and kind of just give some of my thoughts on what we were shown for RE4 Remake. Alright, so right off the bat, I'll be pausing occasionally to give some more extended thoughts, perhaps. But man, just right off the bat, the atmosphere and just the mood that's set, I guess with, I don't know, the tone and colors and just how everything looks is incredible. It's so much more horror. I love RE4, I always will, but it's always been more of an action game to me. Whereas with this, I'm getting more of a horror vibes and I love it. I've always felt really, it's always been like kind of a shame that I really loved RE 3.5 and that concept for RE4. And I always feel kind of, you know, it's a shame that I'll never get to play it. And this kind of gives me a little bit of that spirit. And I love it, man. I absolutely love it. So I'm thinking this is probably the first house, right? This is probably the first house. Man, just look. When I saw this shot, I was like, man, this is so creepy. And I love it. Like, what went through my head specifically with this shot right here was I was taken back to RE2 Remake and how that's one of my favorite games of all time. And I was like, man, are they really going to be able to outdo themselves with RE4 Remake compared to RE2 Remake? Like, I feel like that was peak. This shot right here let me know. I was like, no, this might surpass it in like every way possible. Just everything in the environment, the environmental design is just so next level, not just in terms of graphics, but just what's all around you, knickknacks, everything is honestly incredible. It gives this, if this is what I'm assuming the beginning part, the opening chapter, a whole new vibe. And I love how they did this. They changed. I like some of the things they're changing because it's not all the same.
I read you.
Seeing those escort officers go down in a different way, at least this guy, I love how they changed it. It's amazing. I can't wait to play through that new intro. Absolutely can't wait to play through the new intro.
What was that?
We got, you know, some of the sounds as the ganado are like walking upstairs and you can hear that. Absolutely dope, man. Okay, this right here, the ganado with like the sideways head, bro. They're changing a good amount about the ganado, at least in certain encounters. And I think it's honestly an incredibly smart move and I'm here for it. Okay, this right here. We're getting sections that looks like where it's sneak sections, right? Like where there's enemies about, Leon might want to crouch and approach things differently as opposed to his 2 options in original RE4, which are just to walk and shoot and fight. Like that was really his only 2 options when it came to dealing with ganado or whatever, right? Or using grenades or what have you. But it looks like they're adding a bit of a sneaking element to things and I couldn't be happier. It just feels so much more horror, man. And that's what I mean by evolving from the RE2 remake. Super cinematic, and it feels like this feels like what they really wanted to create in general with RE4 from the get-go, but just technological limitations and everything.
This is Condor 1.
Leon looks absolutely amazing, and as does Cunningham. Cunningham's design, oh my god, Cunningham looks flawless, dude, I'm telling you.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are...
I don't know. That might be a Shining reference. It probably is a reference from The Shining. But man, okay. And I love. And let's take another look at that, right? So there's one reason in specific why I think this is so dope, and it's that it shows how Leon has I guess you could say, evolved from RE2 Remake to RE4, right? We're being shown that in RE2, Leon was this rookie cop where he kind of, you know, just walk, sprint, and shoots, right? Here, we're seeing, could have Leon have taken on those dudes? Absolutely, but he's being more tactical with these years of experience, and he's running away from an encounter to get any upper hands that he can. And I love that it's these little things. It really is. And that may not be their intention, but that's how I see it. And it's just dope that that's even a thing. Okay, we're in daylight now, but even still, it's so much more spookier. It's so much more spooky. We still get to see the scene with the other escort cop kind of getting put on fire. Combat looks so incredibly dope. We can see right there, right? Okay, so we can see right there that with the button prompt, Leon can use his knife to break free from the ganado attacking him, saving himself some health probably. And in the bottom right there, there's a knife gauge. I'm curious as to, are we picking up additional knives? Does Leon just have the one knife and he's able to repair it? Is it on a recharge system? Like, how is it going to work essentially? Because I know Leon in RE4 traditionally has kind of just that one knife. Look at this. This is dope. Shoots the thing, and the cow charges at some ganado villagers. I love it. So they're still doing horror, and they're focusing a lot, I feel like, on bringing some of the horror back to RE4 that gamers may have wanted back when the game initially came out. However, that doesn't mean they're slipping on the action front either. RE4 was always an action game, and they're bringing more, I guess, like action flair to it with the cow charging at the villagers as it gets set on fire. This will always be one of my favorite sequences of Resident Evil, specifically of all time. The start of being trapped in the house. Wow, his name escapes me. But with the chainsaw dude, I literally just remembered his name. Dr. Salvador, I think is what his name was. So I like that there's some familiarity. This house is going to be familiar to us. Leon probably picked up the shotgun in here as well because they cut. So like there's some familiarity, but they're still changing things. You'll see a little bit more of what I'm talking about later. Ooh, just deck Leon in the face, bro. Even the animation is on point. Woo! Okay, but that showcases, so in RE4 original, obviously technology wasn't as good then as it was now. So even if Dr. Salvador, I think his name was, got close to you with the chainsaw, got close to your hitbox, you would still get hit. Even if it didn't look like you did. Man, the hitbox precision here, look at how close he gets to Leon. And yeah, nothing registers. Leon narrowly escapes it, and it creates so much more tension that way. Okay, so he uses the knife, and yeah, we can see that the knife meter does degrade a little bit, but again, how replenishing it works, we don't know. This is new. I like this expectation, and I hope there's a lot of this in the remake, where like, okay, players that have played RE4 before, they think they know this area, they think they know this encounter like the back of their hand. But here comes the chainsaw enemy, changing up things completely and setting something new for players who played the original. Okay, and you can knife enemies while they're down. That's so dope. This clash was incredible. Leon's like, nah, bro, not my head. Not this time, dude. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so let's go ahead real quick and let's take a look at the other trailer. Like, I think the story trailer that came with it. All right, so now let's take a look at the remake trailer. Like, this is just a general trailer, not like a gameplay trailer or anything. So, with this one in specific, when they said they had something else to show, I wasn't quite sure what it was, right? I thought we might be getting Assignment Ada at first, but it looks like we're just seeing, this is showcasing how much more drastic and different the tone is this time around, for real. That shot is incredible, dude. They've so far outdone themselves, to be honest.
Maybe some missing señorita?
I like the new Luis, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I like Luis's new design. It looks dope. Man, look at that coat he's wearing. It's much more elegant. Definitely those rumors about him being more of a, I guess, more of a scientist this time around might be true.
Maybe. Some missing señorita? Ashley, where are you?
Ashley's new look is also incredible in my opinion. You'll see it later as well.
Your soul.
Okay, the big cheese himself. Look at how tall this man is, bro. Leon's looking up at dude like this. All right, man. It's honestly his redesign might be one of the better redesigns throughout the entire game. Like his I guess upgrade as far as like how he looks now might be one of the best that I've seen throughout the whole game so far.
Requires cleansing.
I can't. I think that was Sadler that was talking.
Just let me go.
I wonder if they're gonna keep the original line that was in there where Ashley says, "Don't come," and I want that because okay, so that brings up a good point. RE4 originally was very much an action movie, right? With like the campy one-liners and the jokes. This is such a different tone, and I think them showing this specific part where Ashley doesn't say that line shows just how much more serious they're taking this game this time around. Dang, Leon.
What is that?
The church looks so dang scary, y'all.
We need to go.
I wonder if that's a showcase that Sadler can like sense them now that they have parasites in them.
Right there.
Bruh, when I tell you, when I was watching this the first time and I got that close-up look at Ada's face, I lost it, bro. Ada is like one of my top video game crushes of all time. Of all time, bro, and she looks so damn good here. I'll have to look at them side by side. I can't see how different she looks here as opposed to RE2 Remake. I'll have to look at them side by side, but she looks like an absolute badass here, and I love it.
What are you doing?
I really hope we get Assignment Ada, is what I think it's called. I really, really hope we get Assignment Ada, or that it's planned as DLC. El Gigante looks much more gruesome, and I love it. Honestly, I love it. I wonder how they're gonna change this fight, because given everything that is changing, I really hope this fight becomes much more dynamic than just going around a boat throwing spears. I really hope this fight gets a lot of love. Okay, he's still really short. I think I saw somewhere that they weren't making him that short anymore, but looks like he's still very, very short.
Leave the girl. She's lost no matter.
Okay. Was it like this in the original? I don't think it was, where Ada was trying to get Leon like, hey, leave Ashley behind. She's dead weight. I don't know. I don't know if that happened in the original. That's extremely interesting. Ramon Salazar is what I think his name was.
You could be kidding me.
Okay, this is dope. This is dope. I'm interested to see the changes that they're gonna make to Ashley. Like, how are they gonna do it in regards to gameplay wise for her, right? Like, is it still gonna be one of those things where I know that was a big point of contention in RE4 to where like her AI got in the way of light a lot. And with RE4 VR, it was slightly less annoying because you had much more control of your character. So you could save Ashley much easier. You weren't fighting the controls of the game really to save her. You had so much more precision and control in that game. But I wonder how they're going to approach that problem here. Because Ashley is a great character, at least in my opinion. She's pretty good. That just got overshadowed by the frustrating game mechanics that were attached to her. So I'm really hoping they can branch out and give her her own character again this time around, man. RE4 is just shaping up and looking so good. It's honestly unbelievable, man. Without being at danger of just going on too long, that was kind of my extended thoughts a little bit, and kind of just taking this all in one more time to see how this game is developing, y'all, and to give those little tidbits of information. Man, this game is shaping out amazing. I really can't believe this RE4 remake was shaping up to be, honestly, way better than I ever thought it would. It's so far already turning out better than I thought it was going to turn out. I think it's this one right here. It's so far already shaping up way better than I thought it was going to turn out. I wonder if this is a starting point. Does it start at like somewhat nighttime, or is it just cloudy and foggy? Because by the time Leon gets to the village, it's almost complete daylight. Or maybe we're starting the game earlier on in the morning. Who knows? Yeah, that beginning house is just much more massive and bigger, so it makes sense. Yeah, it's just a much bigger area to explore in general. So with lots changing, honestly, a lot of things are changing for the better. And I feel like although they'll never bring Resident Evil 3.5 to life, that whole concept, as someone who's wanted to play that for so long, like played in full, I know there's like an alpha whatever out there, but someone who's always wanted to play Resident Evil 3.5 as it was originally going to be developed as a full game, this is my dream come true. How Resident Evil 4 Remake is shaping up is the best version of that I'll ever get, and that makes me so damn happy. But yeah, man, that's the video, you guys. Comment below and let me know what y'all are thinking so far about Resident Evil 4 Remake. I'm trying not to overhype this, but just with how good RE2 Remake, and honestly RE3 Remake was good as well. It's just really short. As good as those two games were, Capcom has so far given me no reason to worry about what's happened here. And since RE3 was kind of a dud critically, they know they can't mess up with RE4. They're taking much more time. And so far, it looks like they might deliver, man. Let me know if y'all think I'm overhyping it. Let me know what you think about RE4 Remake so far, and just all the dope Capcom projects that are coming out. All the insane survival horror projects that are coming out. My name is Mr. Storeman. Thank y'all for checking out this video. Y'all be easy. Peace.